Welcome everyone to another video. My name is Hagot, aka Hags, and today I'm going to go and view another auction property. If you don't know me by now, and if you haven't seen my videos on my channel, you will know that I absolutely love auction properties, and I've definitely bought a few over my time, just like this one and this one here. Once I've viewed this property, I'm going to break down the works that it needs done to it, what I will potentially do to the property to add as much value as possible, and then stay a little later into the video and I'll discuss why you need to buy an auction property today and certain things to look out for along the way. So drop a like if you enjoy these sorts of videos, and I'll see you after the viewing. So now, after viewing that one property, I'll give you a little breakdown of it and the condition, layout, etc. This is a 3-bedroom semi-detached property with ample amounts of space to extend to the side and to the back. It's got a really long garden, and inside there are 2 reception rooms separated, and then a kitchen which is also separated. Upstairs you have the 3 bedrooms and a bathroom, which is pretty bog standard layout. This property needs absolutely everything done to it. Not only that, you would look to extend the property, do it all up inside, and just drive that value as high as possible. There was a fair amount of people that were at the viewing, but always with auction properties, with the price that they list them at, there's always a reason why there's an ample amount of people there. Take it with a pinch of salt of how many people will actually go all the way to actually bid on a property. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have maximum 7 people who end up bidding for this property. The reason why I love auction so much is because, first of all, you can look to put an offer in before it even goes to auction. So for me, looking at the 10% guide price, adding 10% on top of how much they have listed a property on for is relative to the price that they will most likely accept. Whether or not they will is another story, but it always is good to try and put an offer around that figure and seeing if you can get it off the market and accepted and just going straight to paperwork. Another reason is because it's such a small time scale to complete on the property, which is around 45 days. That is what some people will panic about and might not even go for, because they're not sure if they can fit everything in that time frame. Whereas with me, I have got my solicitors in place. I've read the legal pack, so everything ticks all the boxes for me. I know the property. I've done all my due diligence that I need to do. So for me, there's no issue with it at all. But for some people, they might not be able to match and get in that time frame to complete, because you end up being fined afterwards. So that's something to look out for. And another thing to look out for is the fees. And that's another thing why people get turned away from, because some people pay £10,000-20,000 just fees alone, depending on the price of the house, etc. Some auctions do a fixed fee where you just pay that and that's non-refundable, or it's a percentage, and that percentage is dependent on how much the property sells for. So again, this is non-refundable as well. And when people see that, they think this is not even part of the purchase price. I've still got stamp duty to factor in. I've still got the house price, solicitor fees, you name it. There's all these other things you've got to pay for. People again turn away from that sort of thing. So another thing just to look out for is, like I mentioned, the legal pack. When I look for a legal pack, I know exactly what I'm looking for. But in some cases where you haven't bought a property before, or you want to have that extra clarification that the property is perfectly fine, there's nothing in the legal pack which may cause a problem, feel free to pass that on to your solicitor, pay them a small fee. It's always worth it at the end of the day. I don't do it personally just because I go through so many properties. If I kept doing that, I'd be out of pocket really. So it's just not necessary in my case. And sometimes with auction properties, in the legal pack, you might have something to pay for that the seller wants you to pay for. It might be their solicitor fees. You never know. It could be absolutely nothing. But again, look out for these things. These are reasons why I really like auction properties, and this is a reason why you should go for an auction property today. So there we have it. I've been Hagot, aka Hags. Don't forget the name, and I'll catch you in the next video.